Hey guys, so Starmer just issued an apology to the public.
I am sorry. Sorry for what was done to you.
So what does this really mean in terms of leaders? I think this demonstrates and shows that leaders have to be accountable for their actions. They must take responsibility. And if you take responsibility, you are showing that you are a leader that is willing to show vulnerability and to admit when they made a mistake, when they admit wrongdoing. And this is really important for leaders to do this because it helps, one, everyone move forwards. Two, it also encourages criticism in terms of people being able to weigh in and give their opinion and say what they think. But it's also a moment for reflection, especially for the leader to have the courage and to be brave enough to issue this type of apology. So I think for leaders it's really important. So what does this really mean in terms of saying sorry in English? How do we use that? What power and what weight does sorry really have, especially for if you are working in a business or if you are working with international teams? When is sorry necessary? So in England, we use sorry in various different ways. So the first one is to admit wrongdoing and to give a sincere apology. It means to take responsibility, and you do this when you want to show to the other person that you were wrong, okay? Or you made the other person upset, or you dismiss someone else's feelings. We also use sorry as a social lubricant, okay? So what do I mean by this? I mean, when we bump into someone on the street, we will say sorry. We apologize for this. When we interrupt someone when we're speaking, we'll say sorry. Sorry for interrupting you. When we don't hear someone and we need them to repeat something, we can say sorry. These are just a handful of examples of how we use sorry in English, and it's courteous and it's kind, and it's very important for us to use it, especially when we're interrupting someone or demanding attention in a certain way. So when you are a leader, and if you are in a company, it's important to use this term, especially when we are speaking with international clients, to just show that level of respect. This of course is different with the Prime Minister issuing a public apology about some very terrible things and things that go so deep into the social society, so people lose faith and lose trust in leaders, and this can happen all around the world. But to issue an apology is typically coming from a sign of strength. If you are brave enough and courageous enough to admit your wrongdoing, then it can help to regain trust for people in the public. And this is exactly what Starmer's idea is, and reason for issuing this wrongdoing is that he has to, as the leader, show that he is taking responsibility. Some people may see this as losing face, showing